Hello. Happy hump day. Katie Megan. B-Mart. Hello. Obscene. Happy Wednesday, Ann Hughes and Cash Monet. Alexis LaFew. Oh, definitely feels like Wednesday. I do feel.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long week already. So my hair's like poof.
I think it's because it's like rainy here. Isn't that always like that?
My hair stick out all the time on that side. Look at it. I think it's because I was laying on the couch whenever it was still wet. Yeah.
Happy Wednesday to Ann and Jeannie and Zhang. Blake Roush. Quarter pounder. What's everybody eating for dinner tonight? That's what I want to know.
How is Letty feeling? Much better today. She was actually kind of like
herself.
Back to her normal self today, honestly. So
she's definitely a little bit spoiled. And my mom warned me. She's like, be careful. They get a little bit spoiled when they're sick. And I don't care. She's not being bad or anything. But she turned the tears on. And it was the first time I ever saw her like fake it. I mean, maybe she was like half sad, but it wasn't warranting like the biggest pouty lips.
It was just to see me, right?
Weepy eyes I've ever seen.
Was it just to see me?
No, it was, She was sitting in her high chair and she wanted to be done. And I was like, all right, I'm going to wipe you off. Like, I'm going to clean you up. Just hold on. I got to get a washcloth. And oh my gosh, she was trying to pout her lips. It was kind of funny, honestly. I laughed, but.
We got a vegan corn dog and mac and cheese.
Wait, what? Vegan corn dogs?
Yeah, what's the wiener made out of in a vegan corn dog? An egg burrito, a chicken Caesar salad, Chick-fil-A, grilled chicken thighs, asparagus, zucchini, and squash. Chick-fil-A again, turkey wrap and protein smoothie from Get Fit, Tuscan chicken pasta, leftovers, Parmesan crusted chicken, and a homemade mashed potato.
Wow.
Soy protein. Oh, okay.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean, a hot dog a hot dog's not exactly the greatest consistency in the world if you think about it. So.
Yeah, it's actually like the worst consistency ever, and we still eat them. You know, it's weird.
We had Fusaklis.
What's that?
I've never heard of that. Morgan had Chick-fil-A too. Man, everybody's eating Chick-fil-A. Sausage, peppers, and onion sandwich.
Yum.
And now ice cream.
Man, we're lame. I mean, we're not that lame.
I'm having steak and rice. Like, how am I lame?
I'm having leftover pizza.
Aubrey's eating the pizza that I made last night. I made a buffalo chicken pizza, and then I just made like an Italian beef seasoning, pizza.
Yeah.
And then
great.
I'm having steak and then 4 cheese rice.
Eating like a fat kid because I have to have surgery tomorrow, and the procedure isn't until 12:30, and no food after 12 a.m. Sounds warranted, okay? If you know what Raising Cane's is, it's kind of a knockoff of that. Funnily enough, I
do know what Raising Cane's is. So Raising Cane's is like Slim Chickens.
It's like
and Zaxby's. Yeah, and Slim Chickens. So.
Yeah, how many of those do we need, really? I've actually never had Raising Cane's, though, I don't think.
Hello and happy Wednesday, Daisy. Happy National Wine Day.
Yeah.
Rice cakes for the win, 10 days out. Oh, no, Brittany. I mean, I hope you do really well, but I understand that struggle.
What show is it, and what are you?
I remember one time when Josh Kreifels, the coach for Memories of Macros, when we were in Seattle together, he got told that he needed to eat like 200 grams of carbs of rice cakes.
Just of rice cakes? Why just rice cakes?
Macros weren't a thing back then.
Right.
I mean, there were very few people that did macros. It was bro dieting. Okay. So that was like his, to carb him up. Mm-hmm. And his mouth, he said, was so raw. Because it's like 200 carbs of it is like.
Be anything else.
It's like 200. It's like 20 rice cakes. It was 2 packages of rice cakes.
I would tell my coach to F off.
But back then you didn't
I
understand
know,
macros,
but what
so
I'm
you couldn't.
saying is like, there's no way that coach didn't know differently, and would have told him, say like, hey, eat 2
You
packages
don't
of
understand.
rice cakes.
Yeah, back in the day, people like just did what there was like low fat, low carb, and then they'd carb you up. They didn't really know what they were doing. So
It just blows my mind. Just like out of common sense, not even like if they were supposed to know better. Just common sense. Like I could never ask someone to.
it's common sense for you now. He didn't have to eat them all at once. But he just waited.
In a day though.
Yeah, but he waited till the end of the day, so he had to eat
I
20
would
at
have
once.
just like poured milk over them
Can't do that.
and ate them as poured water over them.
No, you wouldn't have. That's gross.
Maybe. You never know.
Ravioli, Raising Cane's is the best. Oklahoma champions doing bikini before nationals in July. Well, good luck. Hope you kill it. We met a girl when we lived in Houston, Aubrey and I, that literally had only been like working out for a year and decided that she wanted to become a figure pro. And within 2 years, she was a figure pro. So 3 years of working out, she went from like never lifting weights to a figure pro. Granted,
She was on a lot of gear.
she was on a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff.
Scary.
So,
Scary amount.
yeah. But she did it. So I feel like if you set your mind to something, you know? And you got to have a good
Wasn't
why,
she
I feel like.
soccer player before or something?
Uh-uh.
No?
Uh-uh.
Wow. She didn't do anything, huh?
No.
Okay, so what's everybody doing for Memorial Day this weekend? Are you like hanging out by the pool? Are you barbecuing?
What are we doing for Memorial Day?
Well, I don't think we're doing anything because I think your parents are still sick. They were talking about it today.
Oh, were they?
Mm-hmm.
With who?
Just me and Stacey and Ariel.
They texting y'all?
Well, because Ariel was like, we should all get together and do like a pool day, backyard barbecue. And I was like, yeah. But if we're not feeling well and they're still sick, like, I don't think that's a good idea. Is Letty still using Dreamland sleep sacks? She would be, but during her cold, I felt like they were making her hot when she had a fever and stuff. So we were using the freshly picked one, which is a little bit lighter weight, kind of like quilted almost. And either way, she does great. I don't really have a feeling about either one. It was just more about like lighter weight.
Oh, well. We started moving quick. My sister got her pro card, her first competition, I think like 3 to 4 years ago. That's amazing.
Wow.
What were you looking at?
I just thought I saw something.
Oh. Hanging by the pool.
Nice.
Came to the storefront for the first time over the weekend. Cookies were fresh and amazing. Thank you so much.
Did you make your own cookie?
I think that the cookies obviously at the storefront are like the best.
Yeah,
in my
they
opinion.
really are.
But going to Millennium at the Gorge in EDM Fest. So stoked.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never.
So are you going to be like raving or is it just like EDM? Because I mean, I'm sure there's a difference, right?
I feel like people go to rave at ADMs.
Right. I guess that was.
That's like
my
if you go
question,
to
is, are you
like
going-
back in the day, if you went to like certain bands that had a mosh pit, you didn't have to like partake in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
Raves occur at EDMs. Is that how that works? Is that the same thing?
Yeah. Let us know.
Hanging out by the pool and cooking out. Hanging by the pool with my parents, grilling, chilling. Does Brad eat steak every day? No, I don't. I only eat steak. I think I eat steaks like twice a week.
Yeah. Probably twice a week.
We buy a 4-pack from Sam's, and normally I, just cook me and Aubrey one, and then again. We're having a pool party on Saturday and celebrating the husband's birthday on Monday. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Chilling before we go on our trip. We may stop in Panama on the way back. We are splitting the trip up on the drive back.
Well, let us know if you do.
I'm taking my toddler to his first splash pad. Oh, have fun. I hope they like it.
Yeah, I hope they like
because
it.
Letty is not a big fan of them,
Well, you have to like show her how to do it, Like,
Yeah.
I had to like. She ended up liking it, but I would like have to swing her through the the sprinklers and I don't know. Drag my husband to stores for sales.
Hoping
I didn't realize that was a thing.
our pool opens up.
Oh, I just read that. Sorry.
Yeah, but you missed the first part. Cooking out and hanging out by the pool with the boyfriend. Tips for the Murph on Monday.
Oh, I forgot about that. No tips. I mean, really just like think about the story while you're doing it because it really does help push you. And yeah, you're just going to have to get to a good mental spot. But at the end of the day, like you just are going to do it, right? You just got to go for it. It's like an hour of your life.
Oh, Millennium's good. It's at 4 times CM. My kids love EDM music. Yeah, it's a rave. Festival shows that are strictly EDM are usually raves.
Okay.
Cookies
Thank
at the
you for
storefront
clarifying.
are definitely the best. We may be coming next week. Oh, I hope you do. I go to a lot of metal shows and I do not partake in the moshing. People respect each other's boundaries.
Like,
EDM.
what technically is a mosh? Is it just like head banging and like banging into each other?
I don't know. I've
That's
seen
how I
moshes
see
get
it.
very violent. But there's apparently like a
like a method, right?
yeah, method to it. It's not just running in there and like throwing bows and like trying to hurt people, apparently.
Right.
EDM is just the greater music genre. I'm super into raving. I love bass music, and the community of people is the nicest place to be, hands down. So I saw Bass Nectar live literally in 2011.
Wow, I didn't know that about you.
I also saw LMFAO live in Charleston when I was in Charleston. I wore
How was it back then?
a spandex tuxedo. It was zip up.
The one you wore on the cruise?
Yeah. I wore a zip up spandex tuxedo and light up glasses. People loved
I
it.
feel like I've seen pictures of that.
Yeah. A lot of people smacked my butt.
I would. Big eye roll. So
When is Letty going to be a big sister? I mean, honestly, it took all of us just to, and the help of, extra people for us to survive her last sickness. So I think it proved to us, I'm not sure that we're ready to have another one anytime soon. What?
yeah. I'm kind of like, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not in any rush.
I tested positive for COVID for the first time ever today, laying in bed and eating a big booty dough. Oh, I'm so sorry you're sick. My mom and dad are also COVID positive and surviving. So they had it pretty rough for a while, but they're doing much better.
Getting gifts for spouse. My wife and I decided no gifts for our anniversary today. It's been difficult for me not to get her something.
It's our anniversary today too.
Oh my God, how did I forget that? Wait, did you just remember that?
No, I knew.
I didn't realize it was.
Yeah.
Remember I had forgotten on Monday?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel really bad right now.
It's because there's only one person in this relationship. So.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I forgot it on Monday too. Ugh.
I mean, at the end of the
worst.
day, like, I think that's a fine thing to do. I think a lot of people, like, I'm not a good gift receiver. Like, I love to give gifts. So I don't like to do gifts with people because, A, if I want something, I go buy it. And B, I just am not good at showing how much I appreciate something when someone gives it to me. So I like to avoid that.
I guess, like, if it's about the financial reason, like, you just don't think that you should be spending money on, like, stupid things for each other.
I would say if you really
that's
want to get a
fine,
gift,
but-
just do it anyways.
Right, and that's where I'm at.
And
Like,
it's just
if that's
like-
your love language or that makes them feel loved, like, go for it.
Yeah, but they may get upset and be like, well, we said no gifts, and be like, that's fine. I don't want a gift from you, but I wanted to give you something.
Right.
So I would just do it anyways. Unless it was for financial reasons, and then I wouldn't do it unless you have like your own funds.
But yeah, like, we don't do big gifts, really. So
I've been to EDM festivals and I wasn't talking about mosh pit at EDM festival. I was talking about like a mosh pit at like a metal band thing. Do you guys enjoy any of the Fat and Weary cookies better at room temperature? I love Berry Banger and Cookie Knobs without heating them up. Yeah, my favorite was Shorty's cake just to eat. We actually would eat Shorty's cake cold.
Big booty, like a lot of the sugar cookies, I don't like to warm them up. They're just no need. They get too like buttery.
Yeah, oily almost. Yeah. I think I like Party Animal just like slightly warmed up, like just enough to like kind of make it like, I don't like it just like melty like I like the Brad or Big Sexy or Pitch Intense, but yeah. Emily said, "Hi guys, just landed in Michigan. Thanks for the entertainment. On my layover, it's been too long since I've been on Twitch. I know. I feel like we haven't seen you guys in forever on Twitch. I have COVID. I had COVID over Xmas. It sucked. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
My husband and I weren't big on material gifts, but would plan trips, experiences instead. Yeah, I think that's the hardest part for us. Like we were just looking at like trips to Montana, trips to Detroit to visit our friends. And it's just like, one, flights are really expensive. And I don't know what happened, but flights suck in general. Like, did they like, are there not as many flights? Is that why they're more expensive? Because like, we were looking to fly back from Montana back to Panama City. And finally I was like, you know what? Let's screw it. Let's go Missoula to Atlanta. At least Atlanta is a big enough airport, right? The flights were like literally 28 hours of travel time. And it was like 2 connecting flights and like a 12-hour layover. Like,
That's
no.
weird.
I could drive it in 28 hours. Not really, but I mean, still.
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
super weird.
Agreed. Get the gift if you truly want, or take them on a nice date if you can. Got to run to Target. If y'all are still on when I get back, I'll be back, but the odds are slim. This will be a quick trip. Have fun.
Have a great time.
My boyfriend's a pilot, and there's such a shortage of pilots, so they've had to cut so many flights. All of these flight times recently really suck, though. Yeah.
Why is there all of a sudden a shortage on pilots?
Because I think a lot of it was like the vaccine mandate, and then during COVID, they they didn't have to fly as often because people weren't traveling as much, and so I think that.
I guess it's just confusing to me that like, you know, a year ago we apparently had enough and then.
Why was there a shortage of lumber?
Yeah, but this is like actual people. Like, did they die? You know what I'm saying? Like, did they retire?
I think a lot of people retired.
Maybe they're just not doing
Well,
it.
and there's training, you know, and when you're not training for a while, you have to get them back into the pipeline.
Yeah, maybe you have more insight on that. Katie Megan. I would have been almost $1,300. Yeah, $1,300 to fly to Orlando. That's a lot. When you two first met, did you feel comfortable with each other almost instantly?
No, I mean, I think we were still nervous around each other. I mean, our first conversation was supposed to be just like a short FaceTime to make sure that
We weren't catfishing each other.
like neither of us was going to get catfished. Because we weren't like friends on Facebook or anything.
Yeah, I expected it to be like 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was
like 3 hours, yeah.
later.
And I was shirtless, so she knew what she was getting, you know. Wanted her to just go ahead and check out the goods.
FaceTimed me shirtless. He spent most of his time shirtless.
I mean, I usually am shirtless. I think now that we have people in and out of our house so much more, I'm just not shirtless. But like I used to, my entire life was spent shirtless, and Walter was pantless. Like so, you'd have one dressed person when you came to our house. I had no shirt, he had no pants on.
Yeah, I mean, Walter was gone a lot of the time when I was there, but and then when we were in person, we met at the CrossFit gym that I was coaching at. So I think he was like trying to be respectful that there were like people there and that I had to coach. And
there was a class going on when I got there, and you know I kind of like hugged her, talked for a couple seconds, and then I was actually doing. I was filling out paperwork for grad schools.
So you had your computer? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't really.
And I went and sat in an area near like the children's play area,
mm-hmm.
like just doing stuff on my computer.
Yeah.
And then when that class got finished, Aubrey had to lock up the gym so we could go to lunch, but she lost the key to lock up the gym.
I misplaced it.
And I
don't know how that happened.
We probably spent like 30 minutes. We found it, didn't we? Yeah, I mean, we obviously found it.
Yeah, we found it.
Looking for this key. And I think Aubrey said that one of the things that stuck out to her the most, which
I don't know how he did it, but he was patient at that time. Looking back, I'm like, you're not the least patient person that I've ever met, but you're not the most patient either. So
yeah,
it's pretty surprising that he kept it together.
I had nothing else to do.
That's
Now
true.
I have a lot of shit to do. So
That's true. And then we went out to lunch
at Daru.
at Daru, and we took our food down to the waterfront, sat at a picnic table, and just chatted.
Yeah, and this was all like May 19th. And then May 25th is when she said she loved me. So that was also the day that we got married in 2018. Yeah, so we've been married for 4 years. 2017.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not accurate.
2017. We married for 5 years.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
gonna say
5 years.
It's been a long time.
Wow, that's crazy. 5 years.
5. When you say it out loud, you're like
5 years.
5 years, and pretty soon it's gonna be like 10 or something. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So traveling out of the country was so much. I have a funny story. When we first met, we were standing at Daru Market, and it's kind of like they have like glass containers, and it's almost like a Whole Foods type situation, except you're not serving yourself. It's just a bunch of different dishes behind the counter, and you say like what you want. And so I remember being like, "Oh, do you like this?" And she's like, "No, I can't eat avocado." And I was like, "Okay, that's weird." And I was like, "Well, what about steak?" She's like, "No, I can't eat steak." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like what?" And then I was like, "What about broccoli and chicken or something?" She's like, "No, I can't eat broccoli." And I was like, "You allergic to like all vegetables and red meat? Like what is this?" You
I
know?
went on to explain how like I had a list of about 30 things that I really can't eat, and it just so happened that like all the options there were that, except for I don't even know, pizza and
We got pizza, and then we got some kind of chicken.
did we get dessert? Daru had like the best cakes.
No, because you were trying to be like probably like, "Oh, I don't eat dessert," you know.
At that point, I probably didn't, honestly.
It's been so long. I don't even have a cookie next to my name. Text Tyler to give me a sub.
That's so sad.
I'm gonna text Tyler.
What was Letty sick with? Okay, so it started out as croup, which is that like seal barky cough. And she had a fever. Obviously, it was from a virus, and I think we got it from my sister's kids because they were sick when we were there. And then it just kind of turned into like a chest cold, and I'm pretty sure that she'll be better tomorrow. Like I didn't have to give her any medicine today. I don't think we'll give her medicine tonight, but I'm glad that she's feeling better. It was stressful. There were a lot of early retirements with COVID, and training takes months to complete. Plus, once you're done with training, you still have to fly with a more experienced pilot.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I guess that makes sense.
Did you answer what Letty was sick with? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the exact date of ours. Oh.
Are you lying, Blake?
Do you
What
have
do
any
you?
tips for planning a wedding?
Um,
People ask us this all the time, but ours was kind of
yeah, our wedding
different.
was like low key, so it's really hard for me to like give people tips because like our wedding was like we did a lot of it ourselves.
Oh, yeah. We planned the whole thing.
Yeah, like Aubrey's family just has a lot of kids, so they essentially were just like, we can't really help you with your wedding, so it was on us. So you know, we had kind of had to like figure out a way to get everything we wanted for pretty cheap.
Yeah, set your budget.
I mean, half of our money was spent on the rental for the entire time that we were there. So, I mean, that's literally half of our budget.
Yeah, we spent like 10 to 12, but set your budget. Know that you're probably going to go over a little bit. Book a venue. Book all the big things. So think like big picture and then worry about the small details. And the thing that helped me was having like a spreadsheet where you're basically checkboxing like everything that you got.
Emily, Tyler sent this to me.
A picture of Connor pressed up against the window. This is kind of a scary photo, honestly.
It looks like it's from like a Halloween horror movie.
Yeah, and then check all the boxes off when you get them done. And then make an itinerary for the actual day of or even day before. And that's how that's what worked for me, is just like kind of visualizing and walking through every step of the day. And then I gave that itinerary to like people that were going to help out and be there so that they kind of knew the plan. So maybe that's overkill. Brad's mom might have thought I was like too like crazy rigid or planned, but that's just how I wanted it. So I'm not a very like, oh yeah, we'll just figure it out when we get there. Like I wanted everything planned out. And
My mom's very planned, so I don't think that
right.
she would
Well,
say
back
that.
then I didn't know that, but I don't know. Anyway,
Best restaurant snack recommendations in an airport. Honestly, Emily, with as much as you fly, if you don't have like a club lounge membership, I'm very surprised. Like I have a priority pass membership. We get into the Delta lounges, and then I get into the American Express Centurion lounge. You need to do that. Pack your airport snacks. You can literally bring anything on flights with you, and it's so much cheaper. We totally do. It was Thursday, which isn't common for a wedding. Why did you guys pick a Thursday? Oh, we picked May 25th, and we got married like in our house with a preacher, and then we had our wedding in December.
yeah. So we got married in May. It was on the day that like we told each other we loved each other, and it was just our day. Like it was nobody else really knew about it. Now we're telling you guys, but
Yeah, actually, I don't know if anyone even knows about that except for like you guys and our family. And my parents didn't even know. When we got married, my parents did not know that we weren't actually getting married that day.
I worked that day. We had you basically can hire someone to come marry you. So we got married at like the bottom of our steps.
Yep. And
in our house.
the guy marrying us, the pastor marrying us, or the ordained minister or whatever, was also a Lexus car dealer. Remember, he was wearing his shirt.
I don't remember that. I wore a white dress. I still have it. I actually wore it like during my wedding week.
I wore a black T-shirt, V-neck.
Yeah. We got like a little bouquet of flowers. And then afterwards, I'm pretty sure we got champagne and ate probably steak or something to that effect. Right?
I don't remember.
Just had a special dinner. And then we worked the next day. So
yeah. And we didn't tell anyone.
Just legally married that way.
And we weren't that big on social media, so no one really gave a shit. You know?
Aubrey did the nose spray work for Letty. Honestly, I didn't even try it. Like I knew that she probably would go ape, and if she cries, then she coughs. So I didn't want to make her cough. But I still have it. You can use it the next time Connor's sick.
How is the Airbnb? Any crazy guess yet? So we listed the Airbnb for sale, all of them, because we have two now with Tyler and Emily, and they own. So we own 2 doors. They own 4 doors. They owned one by themselves, and then we're partners in the other 2. So, the middle 2 doors they own, then they own 1 and 1, so 4, and we own 2. But we got an offer today, written offer for $1.85 million, and
thanks for telling me.
And but they want $75,000 back at closing for to renovate the older 2 ones that haven't been renovated.
I don't get that. How does that work?
Essentially,
how can you pay that and then give them back?
Because they want it written in the loan so that they can get the money out of the loan. Does that make sense? So the loan would be for a higher amount that way.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to maybe counter them tomorrow. We're waiting to see if we get some other offers, but so yeah.
Do you know what they're going to do for it? So they're going to renovate it and then probably rent it out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And it was a 60-day close. So we would get all of the money for June and July on the books, which is a lot of money, actually.
Do you ever go like, what if we don't sell? Like, what if we just kept it?
Yeah, it just wouldn't be able to do the other things we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, anyways, does Letty drink a bottle of milk anytime through the night? Occasionally, like last night she did because she was not eating a lot because she was sick. But I wouldn't say every night she takes a bottle.
Yeah, she drank like 2 bottles a night when she was sick because, she wasn't eating a lot, probably wasn't hydrating a lot, and then it just comforted her. So I pulled off my wedding in Kauai all by myself, no planner, and a reception at home. Nice.
That's pretty amazing. Oh my God, my child better not still be awake. If you haven't seen their wedding video, you should definitely check it out on their YouTube. It was what made me get my own videographer. Oh, ours? Yeah. So Nick Bear was our wedding videographer, which I think is funny because a lot of people are like, Nick does really great YouTube videos and he's our friend, but yeah, he did it for free. Like that was his wedding gift to me. So,
yeah.
And then I paid him money too. It was nowhere near what he probably deserved for that video, truthfully.
Yeah,
so
the video was awesome.
Love y'all did that. Is Brad getting a new car soon?
So
no.
I think he should. I think that he doesn't need his truck anymore. And I think obviously it would be like better on gas. Not that we, I don't know. It's not that we care that much about it, but I just feel like he could always borrow someone's truck if he needed to like haul something around. Brad really wants a Tesla, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think one day it's just I just don't like spending money on things that
Right, they
don't need
don't
to.
bring you
Like,
extra.
yeah, like I'm thinking about like a Tesla is like almost $100,000,
Yeah.
and my truck is like getting pretty close to being paid off now, and so I'm like, man, for $100,000, I'd rather get a pool, or what I'm saying, like that kind of stuff is what goes around in my head.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you don't really think about vehicle cost because you're splitting up over 5 years. You're like, you buy a $50,000 car, but you're paying for it over 5 years. So really, you're probably paying like $60,000, truthfully, by the time it's all said and done with interest. But like, it's only $12,000 a year. It's like, it's not really that big of a deal, right?
Yeah, I think if you like need it, then you do kind of have to think like that. But if you don't necessarily need it, it's more just like it might be a little bit more like cost friendly and convenient.
Yeah, I think that Aubrey and I probably don't like look like we're doing as well as other people on social media because we don't live that kind of life, So for me, it's like what I care about in life isn't like material things. Like I don't really ever care about like owning like Christian Louis Vuitton shoes, like for guys. There's guys that have those. Like I don't care about having a Porsche. The only car I've ever thought was cool was a Lamborghini Urus, and I don't actually want to own one. I maybe would like to drive one. Like I could Turo it in one time, and that'd be a
lot
splurge.
of those things are like for other people.
Yeah. So Aubrey and I are actually having this discussion the other day. What would you be like?
Right.
If you like didn't care what society thought about you. So the reason that I bring this up is we were watching Married at First Sight and we talk about Amelia and Bennett, and like sometimes like some of the stuff they do, like they do it because like it's comfortable, it makes them happy, they like it, like they're actually very proud of it, but society would be like, wow, that's like
that guy
lame.
lives in a dump or whatever.
Yeah, he built his own tiny house.
One-room tiny house, and it's obviously like not the
It's
greatest.
it's kind of like a
ever,
shed
but
with a mini split, to be honest with you. But I mean, he built it and he's like proud of it and happy with it, and it's kind of like like what would everyone be like if society didn't shape you in some way or another? Like what would you really be like without that like external pressure?
Everything that we do, I feel like sometimes it's just
not everything, but I think a lot of things.
Society has like shaped it. You know?
I do. I think 100%. And so like a lot of times that girl that wears the crazy clothes that you show me on Instagram.
Oh, right.
I actually think that she is doing that for the almost the ridiculousness of it. But originally when she started out, I bet she was doing it because she liked to be like different. She liked the way, I mean, her thought, when she explains it, like her thought process behind why she's wearing it, like makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She'll be like, I paired this with this. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. I just would have.
Honestly, like a 6-year-old playing dress up, and it's fine.
But it's way more cohesive than that,
Yeah.
It is though. When she explains like, oh, I wore this like newspaper thing and then I wore this, like I don't know, it just makes sense to me. But anyways, so I always wonder like what decisions would we make differently if we like didn't care like what society thought of us?
Well, yeah, I'd probably be pretty weird. Not gonna lie.
I feel like everyone's gone. There's no one talking at all.
Well, let's try cookies then.
Which is awesome. My VRF was 7K in Kauai and VRF was 3.5K. Yes, I'm poor now. Wow. Get a Tesla. I'm waiting for y'all to get yours, Emily. I always have it front. Here, I brought the knife right there and everything. I wouldn't have college debt. Yeah. So this is Snicker Daddy?
Meaning like you wouldn't have gone to college?
No, oh, wait. Yeah, were you talking about the car thing, or are you just talking about... Yeah, now I'm confused what we're talking about.
All right, so the first cookie is Snicker Daddy. I want to take a picture of this. Ooh. Can you explain Snicker Daddy?
No, I can't. It's a Snickerdoodle cookie. That's all I know. Yeah, I'm not a Snickerdoodle fan, so... Okay. So can you describe it, please?
So yeah, it's a Snickerdoodle base. It has turbinado. I think it's like rolled. The entire thing is rolled in turbinado and cinnamon, and there's like a cream core. I can't say it's like cinnamon cream core because I don't want it to seem like, oh, it's just gonna be super cinnamony. But
Tastes like Snickerdoodle. Oh, like society says, go to college. Yeah, I agree. My sister has a Tesla Model X, and crazy things happen, like the doors stop opening or it won't unlock. Oh gosh. Yeah, wouldn't have gone to college and wouldn't be
not
paying
good.
tens of thousands of dollars. My job doesn't require a degree. Yeah, that's another that's a great example. You remember that's why trades are down so far. I feel like society said, "Oh, you're a welder. Ooh, you're electrician. Ooh, those people make really good money."
Yeah.
But society looked down on those kind of jobs,
They really do. They really do.
Also, let's be honest, society glorifies like what Aubrey and I do, like social media influencer, entrepreneurs and stuff.
Right.
It's effing hard. Yes, I think there's a higher reward value to some of it because like you're directly rewarded for how hard you work. But I know people that make way more money than us and have a way easier time, if you will. Like this job is not the greatest on your mental health. It's really, really difficult to juggle everything, and you don't ever feel like you're off work because your life revolves around social media. So, yeah, it's hard.
Next cookie is the Fix, which is our Oreo caramel mocha frappuccino cookie. It's got a Twix in the center.
I've been in college for 5 years now and still no degree. I now have a 2-month-old, so it's going to be hard to finish. Tyler's here now. I have a degree in literally deliver groceries, is what Erica said. I'm 2 semesters away from an education degree, but not too sure I still want to be a teacher anymore. Tan, we have an idea for you. You can come and be a homeschooler for Letty and her cousins, and we'll just all pull our money together and pay you like
More than a teacher would.
yeah, more than a teacher would make normally. So there you go.
Yep.
That's my proposal to you. So finish that education degree, become a teacher, and then you can do that. I'm still paying for a degree I don't use. I have a degree in early childhood education, but never taught total waste. See, Nick Toner can do it too. Why aren't you guys coming to work for us?
I don't understand, why haven't people done this? Why haven't people used an online curriculum to teach children, homeschool them, but actually just hire a teacher to teach 5 kids? And all their parents pool their money to pay them more than a teacher would make. Like, I don't understand why that hasn't been done.
Because private school is still not as expensive. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends.
Public school's free. That's why.
Yeah, I know, but
Could you imagine if you
the quality.
if you had 5 people all around the same age that the teacher could do the same curriculum with them, and every parent paid $8 an hour, so $320 a week, or I guess what would that be, like 3, 6, 9, 12, just under $1,300 a month, which in my opinion is way cheaper than a lot of private schools. A lot of private schools are like $20,000. So $1,300 a month, that teacher would make $80,000 per year at $40 per hour.
Yeah, which is
And
not
granted, if you say, hey, she's just working 9 months out of the year, so the summer off and all that stuff, that would still be $60,000. So $30 an hour times.
Yeah, but there's teachers that make 60 though.
Yeah, but they teach entire they teach 20 kids.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, way more lax. 5 kids.
Maybe.
But there are not a lot of teachers that make $60,000 a year. Not here in Panama City.
Right.
I mean, teachers here, I think $60,000 a year is what my friend's mom made, and she was the head of the math department at the high school teaching AP classes, and had been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
I was telling Emily, I was like, I'll literally build a homeschool room and just hire a teacher until the kids go to preschool.
Emily talks so I can gift you a sub. Yay, The Fix is one of my favorites. I'm sorry we're going off on a tangent. Sorry. Isn't The
Yes.
Fix coming out Sunday? It is.
Yes, sorry. Both these cookies come this Sunday.
I'm entering last year of college, majoring in early childhood. We have a lot of early childhood educations. Public school is
Send me your
free,
resume.
plus the socialization aspect of school. I'd pay a lot for my kid to not go to public school right now.
Yeah.
All these parents were struggling to homeschool and work, Bromlow Murphy Academy.
My teacher, and after parents dealing with Zoom learning, they couldn't be happier to send them back to school.
No, we meant like, why didn't, instead of doing the homeschool online curriculum, why don't you get a teacher to come in and do it in your house? That's what Aubrey meant by the Zoom thing. Could probably do a 4-day school week if privately taught. Yeah, that's true too.
Right.
If you had 5 parents pay $10K a year, it's more than the average teacher. Oh yeah, 100%.
I nanny children with special needs, and I've most definitely been offered by a few families to homeschool their children. I would have loved to homeschool my child, but would have loved for her to socialize in a school setting. So that's, and that's fair.
Yeah.
I get
So
it.
someone said teachers in my district in SoCal make over $100,000.
Right.
That's also in SoCal.
It's
like, so
relative
like,
to
yeah, you
how
know,
much they need
in
to
Panama City, like I think the average teacher probably makes like 40 to 50, you know? And honestly, in Houston, the teachers were making $52,000 a year or so because you were making more as the contract.
right.
Yeah. So anyways, I mean, even if you didn't say 10K, you said, hey, 15K each family, and you got, let's just say 6 families. Cause I mean, honestly, 6 kids wouldn't be that difficult to do. That's $90,000 a year. You know, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Just saying. Make it a trend.
yeah.
I got these 3 school seats right here.
Yeah, no, I got 3 seats right here easily. We could probably fit 2 kids per section, actually.
That's pretty tight.
We could put another desk in here.
No,
No, this is the open desk right here.
So Brad and I really want
You
to.
could probably fit 4 kids here. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 right there. Yeah.
Telling you.
Anyways.
We'll be the weird homeschool family. Brad and I really want to build a gym room for kids, like ball pit, rope swing, climbing wall.
You talking about our kids, though.
Right.
Yeah. So out on the landing, I talked about it'd be really cool to build this like play area for Letty that involved like, cut it with a knife. It's all up there. More
I don't know why.
like motor skills. I
So
feel
easy.
like I've seen a lot of times on, you know, Instagram and stuff, these kids that go to, that's why I said cut it.
I can't just cut it now.
Yeah, you can. Push it back together. Push it back. Now cut it. You need to cut it. Okay. 6 kid is nothing compared to the size of a normal classroom. Hard is they're all separate ages though, I bet. So that's where not kind of not true because we have Connor, Jocelyn, Tessa, and Letty. So that's 4 kids that I know right now that are all going to start school at the same time. And there's at least a couple others that I know of from people interactions that we've had with people that live here. So I think I definitely can find 4. I'm also an early childhood educator and plan on homeschooling my own kids. See, that's wild. That's crazy. But yeah, so back to what I was saying, I really want to build like something that's like almost like ninja warrior style where they just have to use a lot of motor skills. So it'd be like climbing things, you know, I don't know, stuff like that. I think it'd be fun. Kind of like the indoor play area we went to plus obstacles and stuff like that. I just think it teaches kids a lot, and you know, we played like that outside, but nowadays it's just different, in my opinion. You can't really let kids run around outside. Someone's going to steal them and put them on the black market.
That was pretty deep.
That's what I feel like, man.
Yeah. All right. That cookie that we just ate is the Dunkaroo cookie. It's called Alley Oop, and we just released it surprisingly today. Meaning, like, it was a surprise for you guys. We have a sale going on right now, if you didn't know. And that is part of the sale.
Oh yeah, baby Sunny.
Yeah, Baby Sunny.
That's 5 now.
I know.
We easily do it.
Great.
My mom makes around $68K in her district in Chicago, and she's been teaching for 30 years. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously I get it. Like, you making 68K, retirement plan, like all that stuff. But if like you were a new teacher, brand new in our area where you were making like 45K, if someone came to you and they're like, we'll give you 60K a year to teach, you know, 5 to 6 kids, and you know, if you can get it all done in 4 days, like that's fine, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like you could make it a 4-day week if we wanted to travel and things like that. I don't know. I think it'd be a good gig. But
Telling ya.
And you're only having to watch 5 to 6 kids instead of 20 kids, and their parents are very invested in wanting to see them succeed. You know, a lot of times people treat public schools like daycares, and they don't really care how their kids are doing, and they don't really care about discipline or, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, I think it'd be a big deal.
I don't think there's really any legalities to go with it either, because it's like it's not a private school. It's just an online curriculum.
It's a homeschool. Yeah.
Right. It's a homeschool curriculum you're using.
Right.
I can't think of anything. Just, yeah.
Yeah, not to mention you're using a homeschool curriculum, so the teachers don't even have to write their own curriculums or anything.
Exactly. Well, no, that's not true. They write their own lesson plans.
They write their own
based
lessons
on the
plan,
curriculum.
but they don't have to write the curriculums or anything, right?
Yeah.
So, and each state has different curriculums based on the standardized testing of the state, right? So, I don't know how that works, but have you guys watched the Johnny Depp trial? Only what House on Habit has put on her Instagram. She's a big Johnny Depp fan, so it's obviously biased towards that. But I've watched it and it's been wild. So, all girls except for Connor. Have you watched any of the trial? No. Hello, Mutiny Eats Chips. I've been teaching for 4 years in Chicago suburbs and almost make that. The discrepancy between districts is so crazy. Wow. Where do I send my resume? Well, you can email me. Some teachers do summer school to make more money.
If you're serious.
That would suck, though. LOL. I'm a geriatric nurse, and being a teacher sounds scary. Hi, 36 Murphia. That's funny. It's like Mafia, but Murphia. We will move there, and I'll homeschool for you guys. Haha, my 3 kids would love it.
Serious? Send your resume.
Oh, 36 Murphia must be Tyler's brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It sounds like a damn good job if you can get a paycheck you're good with. Yeah. As a long-term sub teacher, you're right. 80% parents don't care nowadays. I'm obsessed with the Johnny Depp trial. It's been fun to watch. It has been. Are y'all team Johnny or team Amber?
Johnny. That's going to be the word of the night. J-O-A. It's not Johnny. It's not Johnny, you guys. That's not the word. But Brad wants to know if you're team Johnny or team, what's her name? Amber? Yeah. Everybody's saying Johnny. Not even a question. No one is team Amber.
You can type in pirate. That's the word, pirate, because, you know. I feel like that
Johnny Depp.
is that really what put him on the map? Did Pirates of the Caribbean put him on the map?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but he had good movies before that, like
You Need Chips. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
He did Edward Scissorhands, right?
Mm-hmm. He did Edward Scissorhands. That was amazing. He did What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
He did.
But other than Edward Scissorhands, like what was big other than Pirate? And Pirate was way bigger than Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, yeah.
Edward Scissorhands was kind of what? 21 Jump Street put him on the map?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp? Was the original? Was it an original one, right?
I feel like, how old is he? He had so many movies prior to
I know
that.
he had so many, but I didn't like
Willy
what
Wonka.
made him like the main, like, you know what I mean? Like what put him there? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 2. Yeah, where it's like Tim Burton, but Tim Burton put Johnny on the map. The fake nose at the end.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Shootout.
sure Pirates of the Caribbean was like the biggest movie he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, guys, Pirates of the Caribbean is like way bigger than y'all think it is. Like, I definitely agree that he was like, it was like The Rock. Like, obviously, The Rock had starred in a lot of movies. Like, remember, he was like the Tooth Fairy, you know, and he's starred in some really bad movies. But, like, what's the movie that put The Rock on the map? Like, what was the movie that, like, made The Rock like, oh, this is like The Rock is
Honestly,
like.
I don't know, because for The Rock, I really think it's just like
He just did so many of them.
he's been in so many movies. He does like 6 movies a year.
I feel like he does too. But you know,
Like Jumanji, The Jungle Cruise.
I know, but like you know what? Like there had to be some movie that like really like put him into that A-list category. So like when he was like the Tooth
Google
Fairy,
it.
when he was like the Tooth Fairy football player dude, you know, like that was not an A-list job. Like what put him on that like A-list sphere, you know? Yeah, and I think it's Pirates.
Rock's biggest hit movies.
I definitely
San
think.
Andreas? No, Furious. He was in one of the Furious.
Yeah,
movies.
I know, but
Obviously, Moana. Hold on,
I
I'm
th-
looking for the biggest.
yeah, I think it's
one.
Fast and Furious to the Rock
It is
too.
Furious 7. I mean, that was billions of dollars versus all of the rest are just millions.
Yeah,
it's
and
Furious.
Johnny said the same thing. Pirates is what, like, you know, hey guys, FTM here, and my daughter left earlier this morning to spend some time until Sunday with her grandparents a couple of hours away. My mama heart is going through the emotions right now. I figure I can find in this Twitch session not to feel so alone. Hey, you know what? I know it's sad, but also like enjoy a little bit of you time. You know,
Yeah.
you deserve
You're gonna be
it.
better for
They're
it.
going to be great, and you're going to be you're going to be a better mom when they get back because you're going to be recharged and patient.
It'll be easier tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Just get easier day by day. Avatar was apparently one of his big movies.
Avatar,
Yeah, but I don't remember him being in Avatar, but
maybe his voice was Blow.
that was the biggest one.
All right, here we go. Rolling it. There's a lot of people that haven't entered. Sam, all you guys, did you say pirate yet? I'm just going to read your name once. Mutiny Eats Chips, Monica, Ashley, Lex, Kelly, Lugs, Cash, Money, Jaqual, Daniel Newman, Breezy Walker, Brittany Fit, Carib. All y'all haven't typed pirate yet, or pirate.
They just don't want to win.
I know, but I just giving them a chance real quick. Here we go. Zing 02, you won.
It's Zhang.
No, it's Zing. Whisper me your email address and I'll send you over a gift card. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful night. 20% off sale is going on still. And the Fix and Snicker Daddy will be available on Sunday. And Alley Oop dropped today. So y'all can order if you want. And that's it.
You're worth it.
You're worth it.